What's happening, guys? Supernova here, back with another video. Clearly a very different video than I normally make. No intro, no funny stuff in this one. This is really just a video to explain where I have been for the last month or so because I've gotten comments in other videos from people who are concerned, like, hey, where are you at? Are you doing okay? It's been a month, you haven't made a video, et cetera, et cetera. And for those of you who don't follow me on my social media, which basically is Twitter, you wouldn't know what's going on with me. Um, and that is that for the about last month and a half, my father has been in the ICU with COVID. And he was doing very, very poorly. Every day was an update that he was doing worse. He eventually got so bad that they moved him from ventilators to intubation. And for those of you who don't know what intubation is when they put that tube down your throat, the breathing tube, and it's so uncomfortable that when they do that, they uh they sedate you. So the entire time that you're intubated, you're basically just sleeping. So my father basically went to sleep, hoping that one day he would wake up and everything would be better, hoping he would wake up and everything would be okay. That's what happens when you get intubated, and it's got to be probably one of the scariest things he ever experienced. My father being in the hospital with COVID, that was the first time he's ever been in the hospital. And I know personally from all the surgeries I've gone through, the feeling that I personally get right before surgery, knowing, hey, I'm about to go to sleep for the surgery, and there's a chance that I may never wake up, right? But with the surgeries, it's low risk. Low risk, there's always a chance, but it's low risk. When you have something like COVID that's destroying your body, I can imagine my dad was probably fucking scared shitless. But he made the decision to get intubated just because he just was not doing well enough on the ventilator. And it got so bad. It got to the point where they told us that they wanted my mother to change his do not resuscitate status to do not resuscitate because in the event that my father were to flatline or code, um, it would be impossible to bring him back. His lungs were so destroyed by the virus that they would not be able to properly oxygenate his body enough to revive him in the event that he were to code. So my mother agreed with that. She didn't want them poking, prodding, cracking his ribs, defibbing, or any of that shit if it was unnecessary because my father's already been going through enough with the virus as it is. We then get a call that his vitals have dropped again, and together as a family, we come to the realization that my father's never coming back. My father is not recovering from this virus. The only thing that he can do is sit there with the tube down his throat, sedated, while the virus that's still in his body continues to wreak havoc and destroy his lungs to the point where even the breathing tube is not enough for him to be able to stay alive. And then at that point, he would die with the breathing tube down his throat. And we decided that we don't want that for my father. We don't. It doesn't matter if it would give us an extra 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 4 months, however long it would have given us extra to have him. uh, we didn't want him on a machine like that, and we knew that he wouldn't want that either. So we made the very difficult decision to pull him basically off of life support last Friday, essentially to remove the breathing tube. And then me, my sister, and my mother sat and held hands and watched as my father gasped, and whatever, little life he had left slipped away as he tried to breathe but couldn't. So my father died on Friday. And because of all this, I just um, haven't really been in the mood to make a video. Um, so yeah, um, for those who are wondering where I was at, what's going on, I'm physically okay. Um, just dealing with this shit, and I'm not sure when I'm gonna be making another video. Hopefully, it's soon, but it'll be when I'm up for it. I'm a strong motherfucker, so I know I'll be up for it eventually. Just I don't know when that will be. Um, and thanks for those of you who were concerned for my well being. Wanting to know if I was okay. I appreciate the concern. But anyway, this that's what's going on. That's where I've been. That's why you haven't seen content from me. Um, and that's all I got for you guys on this one.